Hello, everyone. It's Caribbean E and Tina.
Hi.
Welcome to the channel. Hope everybody's just having a wonderful day and that you're in the best of health.
Yes, health being most important. So today we thought we'd do a video on questions that we get asked a lot by people who come to visit and people that write in about being an expat. So it's just questions that they ask us that only an expat could really answer. Okay?
Right.
So I'm going to put him on the hot seat first and ask him, and then I'll answer. But so question one, Caribbean E, what do you like best about living in the Dominican Republic?
Well, that's a pretty big loaded question because I love a lot of things about the Dominican Republic. First of all, I'm living on a tropical island. Everything is fresh. Pineapples, avocados, and everything else that I can get in my tummy. A lot of this stuff is food and stuff is organic, and just love being here. Fresh air, less crime, and less expense from my pockets.
All right. Well, I think that if somebody were to ask me what I like best about living here in the Dominican Republic, it would be kind of the stress-free atmosphere. I don't feel any type of political or racial or any kind of stress and strain. Also financial. I feel like everything's really laid back. So I really love the laid back atmosphere. Sometimes I am now even find myself being guilty of saying we're going to do something at a certain time and we do it later because I've gotten so laid back. But I don't think it's a bad thing. I love that about living out here in the Dominican Republic. I did not have that living in the United States at all, by any means. I always felt like I had to be like this. You wake up in the morning, you got to get stuff done. You got to go.
Absolutely.
And then I would be exhausted by the evening, mentally, physically, everything just drained.
Absolutely.
And I don't feel that here.
That's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing.
So that's one of the things I like best. So, question two, Caribbean E. What do you dislike the most about living in the Dominican Republic?
Well, what I dislike the most is, let me see. What I dislike the most?
What really gets under your skin when it, or you just go, what do you have to deal with?
The power outage. When the power goes out, gotta reset everything. So that's one of the things that works my nerves, because when we was at our house in Las Vegas, power didn't go out nowhere near as it goes out here. We got a backup generator, but I'm just saying, power go out. When the power go out, you gotta reset your stuff. So that's one thing, that's just one of the things, my pet peeves. I don't like the power going out much as it does.
Okay, so I think that what I dislike the most about living in the Dominican Republic is that when we're going to travel, let's say out of the country, because we tend to take trips, far trips, so it's nothing that we could just fly out of Santiago. I don't like that I have to go all the way to Santo Domingo, because to me it's like two trips in one. I have to get myself from here to Santo Domingo, then I have to get myself from Santo Domingo to my destination, which only means that when we come home, I have to get myself from wherever we visited to Santo Domingo, and then Santo Domingo to Santiago. And that's because not all of the airlines fly out of Santiago.
That's true.
And I don't know about anybody else, but when you're traveling with a whole suitcase on a big trip, I think it's a huge pain in the ass to have to lug that thing to a whole nother city and then on my destination. It's tiring.
I don't mind, because when I was in the military, I had a backpack on my back.
I don't like it.
I had my web gear on. I had my weapon. And, it was miles I had the truck in the mud, the rain, everything. So I'm kind of used to it, but she's probably not.
I'm not.
But I am.
It's a pain. I don't like it.
Yeah, I am.
There's like a lot of things I could put on there. I cannot stand walking on the sidewalks because I feel like the sidewalks need to be a lot better. I don't like the traffic, the way they drive, but, that's just me. So question number 3. What has been your biggest challenge living here?
What has been my biggest challenge here is, drum roll please, the language barrier.
Yeah. For him, yes.
Because they speak 100 miles an hour. And I'm still traveling at 50 in the right-hand lane. They're in the passenger lane.
You're driving 10 miles an hour.
Wherever it is.
With the hazard lights.
Wherever it is, I'm in the right-hand lane, and they blowing my doors off. So things will get better because I got the app, and I've been in tough spots before. I just pull my app out. It helps me out. Or I'll find somebody else in the office that can speak English because I've been really, really blessed by God to have somebody that works in the office, and even the Uber driver that can speak good language, speak good English because some of them used to live in New York before.
Yes.
So they are here now, either driving a taxi or doing Uber.
Yeah, he has been blessed. Sometimes I'm even
Thank you, God.
Home and tells
Thank you, God.
I think that my biggest challenge being here has been being away from my family, the kids. Mm-hmm. I miss my children a lot, and I miss my friends a lot. Mm-hmm. So I think that's one of the biggest challenges. I was used, and you kind of get stuck in that routine, I think, where, I knew the kids could always come and have dinner when they wanted and visit when they wanted and spend the day when they wanted, or we meet them out and we'd have dinner together. You kind of take things for granted when it's all the time. And now they're gone, Right. We're gone, but and then gone. We had our friends and we could see them whenever, and we had our church community and we went to church. We saw people on Sundays. We volunteered a lot and we saw them all the time. So you have that core group of really close friends that you become like family with, and then all of a sudden they're gone and you're just on video chat with them. So that's right. Been my biggest challenge.
And,
a little bit of loneliness, I guess.
Right, but it's the same thing when you grew up in Gary, Indiana, and a lot of friends used to hang out with and talk to, even some of your cousins and nieces and nephews. You don't see them no more neither. Now we can reach out. True. We can reach out through other channels, social media, and have a conversation with them. Like we always do.
Right.
And it's like being right there with them. But yes, I miss them also.
Yeah.
My mother and there's some people I really don't miss. I'm glad they're gone. But I'm just being real. I'm just being real with it. I'm being real with it. I'm glad that I don't see them every day. But then there's some people I honestly genuinely miss. People I work with, my kids, and and Dominique and Christopher and Noah and and my two boys. I miss them seeing those guys. So yeah, but life goes on, right? Right.
Exactly. So question number 4. What is your favorite food or place to eat in Santiago? If I said, Caribbean, I'm taking you out tomorrow, if everything was open, where would you like to go and what would you like to have?
I'll tell you where I like to go. La Laconda, and I want a nice pasta dish with a nice glass of wine. And I'm quite sure Sue and Daryl would say the same thing.
So
and Roxy and Don would say the same exact thing.
Yes,
because we went back to that place a couple times because the food is amazing. The host there speaks English, and it's just a good feel environment when you go there and eat.
Yes. I like that place too. But
I love it.
If you told me that I got to eat anywhere I wanted tomorrow and enjoy it, I would say that I love Saga, where we took our son when he came in, and the reason I took him there was because it's absolutely my favorite place. Unfortunately, due to COVID, it closed and it will not be reopening. They went out of business, but Saga was, ask anybody who's ever ate there in Santiago. Best steaks, best seafood, ambiance out of this world. It had a cigar bar, it had food, had private dining. They treated us amazing. They had great drinks. It literally was my go-to favorite restaurant so far. So now I guess I have to find another favorite restaurant.
Well, it was a little pricey, but it was
you're getting bougie because you know what? It's not pricey.
Still pricey.
On these standards, trust me, guys, it was not pricey. Because we took Noah and all three of us eating a 32-ounce tomahawk, having ceviche, having your crab, having all the sides that we had, and a bottle of wine plus all the drinks, and we only spent a little over $100. You would never do that in Vegas, ever.
Never?
Not with the level of service we had and the amount of food that we ate. There is absolutely no way. I challenge you to show me where.
Well, my bill get to 100, my nose stop bleeding. No, just kidding. Yeah, but anyway.
He says that, but he would pay anything for a good meal.
I probably would. For a good meal, good ambience, and we celebrating something. Yes, I can concur with that.
Yes.
Yeah, but a lot of those restaurants now, because of the COVID, the thing was happening. Unfortunately, they went out of business. More of them going to go out of business because of what's happening in our world today.
Yeah, let's hope Lukanda and some other ones that we love,
they survive.
Yes, our prayers are with you. So, question number 5: what has living abroad internationally taught you about yourself? That guy in there. What has it taught you?
Well, what it have taught me is I can still do life outside of the U.S. of A. I can still live life. I can still do things that I would normally do, but just in a different country. Don't forget, I lived in a different country for over 10 years before when I was in the military. And I did just fine. So now rewind the tape a little bit. I've been out of overseas life and to the stateside life for a lot of years. Now I'm getting back to it. And it came right back to me. What you can do, the thing that you can have, you can still live a good, decent life and probably even better overseas than you can in the States.
I would think that living abroad internationally has kind of taught me that I can exist kind of alone with just Eric. Because like I said before, we had friends, we had family, and I was always with them. So I was very reliant on, I never had to worry about being alone. So I think being out here and just having you, I got a lot of me time, which I enjoy, and then you and me time because I realized how much I missed because you were working all the time.
Right.
But it also taught me that we are very strong and self-reliant, meaning that we could learn a lot of new things. We could overcome a lot of obstacles together, and that even though something might not turn out or work out like we thought, when we thought it would, and how we thought it would, we could still get through it. So it's honestly taught me that our marriage can get through a lot of stuff, because you think about all the marriages right now during COVID that they can't even stand to be in the house together.
Right.
Let alone couple that, because when you're moving out of the country, you're together a lot more than you're normally used to.
Right.
But couple that with trying to get things done in a foreign land and things like that. Like, those are pressures that are just not the norm for those, for when we were living in the U.S. So navigating all the stuff we navigated and knowing that through that all, our teamwork got even stronger. So I think that it taught me that you and I work best as a team. We could be strong alone, but we're better together.
Right. And
we can get through, I think, anything, because, shoot, we've had everything. Moving, all the crap we had to deal with, we got through a lot. So I think that we could pretty much, there's nothing I don't think we can't get through.
Well, like we were saying on the channel, teamwork make the dream work.
Yes. So question number 6, last question. If you could move anywhere else, if I gave you $100,000 and said, hey, here you go, pick up, leave everything, you could go somewhere else tomorrow, where would you go and why? So where would you go?
I would go to Lisbon, Portugal.
Okay.
First thing smoking.
First thing. He didn't say second. He said first thing.
I said the first thing smoking.
Okay.
I packed my suitcase so fast, and I'll be out of here. On the bus or whatever. Going to San Domingo and get that evening flight.
All right.
Flying all night. Get there the next morning. Because once I'm in Europe, I got access to all the other countries.
He's got the Europe bug. He always has had
I got Europe fever.
All right. Okay. Well, if I could move anywhere else tomorrow, Lisbon is definitely number one for me also. Lisbon, Portugal. That's a definite. And I want to be greedy and take 2 because I have 100,000. So I would also say Puerto Rico. I would move to Santurce. I would have 2 places. So that would be me.
So we'll have a spot there because we have to agree. So we'll just have a spot there in the PR and a spot in Europe.
Yes, and I would say Lisbon, not just because he said it, because actually this is my idea first, but I love the type of living out there. European life has always appealed since you first took me to Germany. It's been appealing to me ever since then. And on top of that, the idea that it's so close to all the places on my bucket list. Like, I could literally go to Spain. I could go to Italy. I could go to Greece. I could go all over, so close. So close. But yet, keep the cost of living like I would want it. And I heard the visa process is a lot easier and simplistic out there. So those things, yeah, definitely. And I don't have those problems in Puerto Rico because I know my way around and I don't need a visa process because they're U.S. Commonwealth.
U.S. territory.
So, hey.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that would be the 2 places. Most definitely. I agree. Yes.
And not just Spain and Italy, but you got London, you got Paris, you got UK,
hey,
you
I
got
could list
Brussels.
I could sit here and list my whole bucket list, but I'm just saying that's like the top.
Man, I'm telling you.
That's my top places. Being a chef and a foodie, you know. I was like, remember when you said, where would you go if you could go anywhere? And I said, Spain, Italy, Greece. Boom. Like, if I do Spain, Italy, Greece before I die, honey, this is going to be the happiest Puerto Rican you ever see. Like,
so
that's
you have to enjoy life while you can. Because like I always say on the channel, life is to be enjoyed. And sometimes find your enjoyment. Sometimes you got to leave people behind because they don't want to go where you go. Plus, your journey, it don't have them in it. So you got to get out there, man. You got to experience life. And I tell you what, I got a passport. I ain't gonna let it get dusty and crusty and rusted. I'm going to be out there enjoying life because life is to be enjoyed.
Yes.
And once I get to Europe, that's my training ground. That's my running ground. I get to Europe, I'm all over the place.
All bets are off, huh?
All bets are off. I can go to Frankfurt International Airport. I can go to Stuttgart. I can go to Schweinfurt. I can go to Schwäbisch Gmünd. I can go to Göppingen. I can speak the language, speak a little.
I ain't trying to go all that. I went to Germany.
I'm going all of it.
I already went to my 4 cities.
Because we can do a road trip, and I can rent a car, and we can stop off at one little town, go into a ride house. They got rooms there. Then we can go there, have some nice bratwurst, some nice food. Nice, quiet, laid back, safe. You don't have to worry about nobody trying to shoot you or take you somewhere. That's why I love Europe, because even this town we just mentioned in Portugal, it's one of the safest countries in the planet.
Yes. So, let's hear your list. If you could go anywhere, where would you go? Why? Drop it down in the comments below.
Yeah. I want to hear what you got to say.
If you've been to DR, what's your favorite restaurant? Why? What's your favorite food? Let us know.
So, in the meantime, between the time, always remember, life to be enjoyed.
Yes. Make sure to hit subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can know when the new videos are out. We always keep you updated with the most current and correct information on what's happening in the Dominican Republic. We are your source for retirement relocation if that's what you want to do out here. And also make sure that you hit the like button. And all of the information, as usual, is right underneath the videos on how to contact us and how to patron the channel. And we thank all of those that have reached out and patroned the channel.
And until the next video, peace and one love.